Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. We have a list of 15 properties, and if you want customized daily emails about homes that match your criteria, just go to miltonmarketwatch.com and we can set it up for any area, any property type. So not just Milton, we could do condos, rural properties, only 4 bedrooms, only 2 kitchens, all kinds of ways to set it up. So just miltonmarketwatch.com. Let's get started. Now this one on Dawson Crescent should attract a lot of attention because there are not a lot of townhouses freehold under $400,000. So they talk about $100 a year maintenance fee, amortized over 12 months is $8 a month or something. I think it's for road clearance. But anyway, these townhouses are getting really close to, like, it says 6 to 15 years old. They might even be past 15 now, which means windows, roof, furnace, all of those items are just getting close to the end of where they need some work. So if there's a new roof, new furnace in here, all of that has, to me, would definitely entice me. It's one thing for them to, you know, renovate the bathroom and all that kind of stuff, but I would be looking more closely at the things that, the unsexy parts of the home, because there's a much higher return for doing your kitchen or doing your bathroom or doing your flooring or painting compared to doing your roof. If you've refinished your roof, let's just say it cost you $4,000, the return on that is next to nothing on a resale, but obviously kitchen and flooring, a lot better. Anyway, regardless of that, I know this one's going to sell pretty quick. Now this one on Savaline is at $569. It's a Sterling model. We've seen the Sterling. There was one that sold at $588. There's another one at $581. So at $569, it's on a bit of a busier street. It looks like it has hardwood on the main level, separate living dining room. It's got a really nice floor plan. In fact, one of the top agents in town has lived in 2 of these before. So obviously it shows you that, knowing all the models that we know, that, you know, one of the agents really believes in the floor plan, the design. So you've got, it says wood floor upstairs. It's a laminate floor. People call it engineered hardwood. That's languaging laminate for the most part. Now, some laminate does get pretty close to hardwood quality, and in some cases is even more durable. But anyway, I think this one's not a bad deal. I think they priced it pretty well, and it's got a really nice floor plan. Now we're also going to look at Gasselway at $634. This exact model, which is a Royal Fern, 2047 square feet, just recently sold on Kelman with the finished basement, but pretty much a standard lot, same as this one, for let's just say very high 6s. I can't say the price because of privacy laws. However, this one is good. It's only an 8-foot ceiling. It's got a nice open concept design, and they've put in the granite counters and all the rest of it. I'm quite positive, especially with the hardwood floor in the 2nd bedroom, that this one is going to do well. Now, you lose a parking spot in the driveway because the garage moves forward, but what you gain on the inside is that nice open concept layout. So even though the parking space gets sacrificed, there are some advantages inside of the home. So you're not having as much of an L shape around that garage as you would if the garage was flush back. Either way, very good home. Inman Heights is a Plan 6, 2301 square feet. And you've got your shoestring camera here, and I guess maybe they had the selfie stick that was dragging along the floor. Anyway, the reddish kitchen, probably safer to go more on a black walnutty kind of look for hardwood floors. You've got a loft upstairs. This home would show bigger than it does in the pictures. And they've done a bit of work in the back. I mean, a real basic model goes for probably $630 right now. So with the amount of work they've put into this one, the upgraded countertops, I think they're going to do pretty well. I think they chose the right price. And this model with 9-foot ceilings on the main floor makes a huge difference over the 8 feet. It's a good listing. It's always nice when we see high resolution photos and with a touch of sarcasm thrown in there. This is a Mattamy home. They don't build this one anymore. It was one of the smallest homes they put on a 56-foot wide lot, and you can always tell by these two pillars in the kitchen. And it's really hard to tell the finishes, but basically you're like 2,500 square feet with a finished basement on a wide lot. Actually, that shower upstairs looks pretty nice. And then, you know, not the deepest lot, still only 80 feet, but it faces a park. The area is awesome, and they're holding back on offers for a few days. It could go either way. It's really hard to tell the details on this one because we've got pretty much like Atari resolution, but I don't know. It looks like it's in the right range to me. Bit of a strange shot to start off on 186 Ventimore. It's on the south side of Ventimore, which means it backs onto the Union Gas Trail and just beyond there, P.L. Robertson School. 759, and I could tell from the kitchen that it's an Albion Bay, so it's around 2,200 square feet. Finished very nicely. I mean, lots of woodwork in here. I would say for this model with a finished basement, it's probably cresting around probably 650 or so, maybe a little bit more, especially considering that one on Kelman that went in the high sixes. You add all these finishes and you add the green space. I mean, there is an argument for this price. There's also arguments for less. The move-in ready homes always command a premium. So I wish them the best of luck. I could see it going a variety of ways, but sometimes when there is that subjectivity, if you're not looking, if you have a bit of time, then you can maybe err on the high side and see what happens. The possession looks like August, which is different than saying 60 or 90 days. There's probably an important step involved in August. So let's see what happens. So it's a good day if you don't want to back on to anybody. There's quite a few homes in the list that do that. This one on Quinlan does. It's probably about 500-600 square feet larger than the previous one on Ventimore. However, it doesn't have the finished basement. Still nice finishes. And hardwood floors on the main level. You've got carpet upstairs, California shutters. They still spent a lot of money on this home. And then you've got some green space behind. So it's another good one. Got this one on Forbes. It seems like everybody's selling their Heathwood home over $900,000 lately. But it's a larger house. You've got the wood lot. This is the Forest collection. And they've spent a lot of money on finishes here. Same thing with the woodwork on the walls. That's not expensive to do, but it makes a big impact. So if your home is playing at a pretty high level and you put that in, it can sometimes really take it to the next level. And there you go. That, for most people, is even more preferable, having lush green space behind forest trees compared to some of the other ones. Like Quinlan has some trees that will eventually look like this, but it's mostly flat green space. This will command a bit more of a premium. It's a nice home. Then we've got two homes right in Churchill Estates, both listed for the same price. I'm not going to go through both of them, but check the link down below, and I'm curious to see which one you would pick out of those two. And then lastly, in the month of May, we have talked about, there's been quite a few country listings for, $500,000 or so, which if you're trying to get into country, into rural properties, many people think it's cheaper, but it's not, because you're now in a position where as you drift further away, the lots start to get bigger, which replaces the value. 133 feet by 168, you'll find this one on Mountsberg Road. Now officially it's in the city of Hamilton in Flamborough, and so usually your taxes are a little bit higher. Nice looking home though for $469. If you're willing to go maybe another 10-15 minutes out, even comparing to the one in the list today on Campbellville Road. I like the loft up here too. I think you could have a lot of fun in that space. This one could be a good option for you. The flooring in the kitchen looks pretty bad, but you can call a company like Mr. Sandless, mrsandless.com, and they can usually come in and work wonders on a floor that looks like that for, I think it's around $1 a square foot. You'd have to check with them. So you've got a heated workshop detached. So if you like to work on cars or anything that requires a garage, I think you won't find many better deals than this one for rural living. So I don't know what's going on, but I'm being extra nice in the last couple of days, and I really believe that there are some good properties that are coming out. So it is a good time to buy. We've talked about the fact that homes have been going up about $1,000 a week in Milton, and so it's hard to save that much. And so getting in sooner, oftentimes you'll find a benefit. And I've had clients that have been searching for homes for a few months now, and what they're starting to see is they're stretching a little bit now, whereas if they bought maybe a month or 2 or 3 ago, then they would have been in a better position. And in some cases, it was even starting looking for a detached and now moving to a semi. So anyway, if you're interested in exploring your options, just reach out to us, give us a call, send us an email. We are definitely here to help you. And one of the ways we can do that is, just like I mentioned at the start of the video, MiltonMarketWatch.com. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes.